Welcome, my friend. This week we are honoring, celebrating, and stretching your core and your back, your center, your support. Connecting with the strength of your core can fire up your entire body. When your core is strong, your back engages to hold everything together. In today's practice, we'll be loving on your core. If you'd like the stretch and strength yoga practice for your back that will be released later this week, hop over to our Awakened members site and check it out for the 14-day free trial. You will need 2 yoga blocks for our practice today. I'll join you seated on the mat. Let's find a comfortable cross-legged seated position, sitting up nice and tall. Hands relax wherever is comfortable, and gently close those eyes. Inhalation through your nose, reaching up to the crown of your head. And on your exhalation, relax your shoulders back and down, softening them away from your ears. Smooth breath in, feeling your belly, ribs, and chest expand. Exhalation, chest, ribs, and belly soften. Smooth inhalation. Exhalation, let go and release. We often think of our core as our abdomen, the infamous 6-pack abs. But your core is far more than that. It is made up of layers of deep muscles. Many of these muscles are hidden beneath the exterior. Major muscles like your pelvic floor muscles, transversus abdominis, internal and external obliques, rectus abdominis, your diaphragm, just to name a few. Along with that, there are other minor core muscles, all helping to support your pelvis, spine, buttocks, back, hips, and stomach. Think about that. How much your core supports you in all those major areas. Let's take a few deep breaths in and out your nose. On your exhales, focus your attention on pressing all the air out by engaging your entire core, all the way from your pelvic floor to your rib cage. Your core muscles act to stabilize your spine. They are the foundational muscles for keeping your posture strong and tall. You can thank your core muscles for allowing you to twist, bend, run, jump, really just all movement and activities that we do. Let's bat those beautiful eyes open and take a side body stretch. So mirroring me, lower your right palm to the mat, opposite arm circles up and over. 5 breaths. Knit your front ribs together as you spiral your heart center towards the sky. Fingertips reach away as you ground down through your left sits bone. Allow your next inhale to lift you up to center. Exhalation to take the side body stretch to the other side. Gaze lifts under your arm. Knit your front ribs together. Navel draws back to spine as you spiral your heart center to the sky. Fingertips reach away as you ground down the right sits bone. Allow your next inhale to lift you to center. Bring hands to your knees and take yourself through a few feel-good seated cat-cows. Your exhalations round you back, using your entire core to press all the air out as you round your spine back, feeling a stretch into your back body as well. With your inhalations, ripple through your spine as you lead forward with your heart. Shoulder heads draw back, and your shoulder blades will hug in towards one another. Beautiful, my friend. From here, make your way to tabletop pose, placing your yoga blocks underneath your palms. I realized I forgot my blocks, so I'll be right back. Feel free to flow through a few cat-cows here or lift up to downward facing dog, as that will be where I'll meet you. Alright, so in your downward facing dog, take intuitive movement. What your body needs can vary depending on the time of the day we practice. If in the morning or you have spent the day sitting at your desk, you might need to keep your knees bent to provide a gentle awakening, paddling out your feet. And if you are practicing later in the day and have been active throughout the day, your body may already be open, so it may feel good to extend your legs long, sinking those heels to the mat. Close your eyes and listen to what your body needs. From here, we're going to take 3 slow and intentional spinal waves from down dog to plank pose. So to do this, we'll first lift our heels coming to our very tippy toes and beginning at the tailbone, wave through your spine to come into plank pose. Then using your pelvic floor muscles to lift your hips back to downward facing dog. Come to tippy toes, beginning at tailbone, ripple through your spine coming into plank. Use your pelvic floor muscles to lift your hips to down dog. Tippy toes, wave your spine forward. Plank pose. Use your pelvic floor muscles coming into downward facing dog. One more time, spinal wave forward to plank pose. This time, untuck your back toes, lower your hips, lift your heart for upward facing dog. 5 breaths here. Feel that beautiful opening all along your front side. Press down through your palms, knuckles, and fingertips to stay lifted up through your shoulder girdle. Shoulder heads draw back, heart is shining. Now drawing your attention to your pelvic floor, use those muscles to lift to downward facing dog. Now check this out. From downward facing dog, we'll step your right foot forward, but step it behind your right wrist as opposed to near your right thumb. Then we'll point the toes of both your feet to the right side of the mat for a modified side plank. So extend your right fingertips up to the sky. Your hips are stacked. Focus on keeping those hips lifted and buoyant. 5 breaths. Good. With control, slowly begin to lower your left hip towards the earth. Taking this into a side body stretch on your left side. 5 breaths. Enjoy. Now try not to collapse in your left shoulder. Press down to stay lifted and open. Using your core, lift your hips back up, returning to modified plank pose. Then lower your hand back to the yoga block. Shift to point toes back to the front of the mat. And we'll step back for plank pose. Take your flow. Exhalation, lower halfway, chaturanga. Big breath in, upward facing dog. You may know what's coming next. Use the muscles of your pelvic floor to lift to downward facing dog. Second side. Step your left foot forward behind your left wrist. Then point the toes of both your feet to the left side. Extend your fingertips to the sky for our modified plank pose. 5 breaths. Gaze can lift to your fingertips if it feels safe in your body. Hips stacked, lifted, and buoyant. Transitioning into our side body stretch. So with control, slowly begin to lower your right hip towards the earth, feeling into the side body stretch on the right side. 5 breaths. Enjoy, my friend. Remember to stay open in your right shoulder, no collapsing. Engaging your core, lift your hips back up, returning to your modified plank pose. Then lower your hand back to the yoga block. Shift to point toes back to the front of the mat. Step back for plank pose and take your flow on your own. I'll meet you in downward facing dog. Glance to the front of the mat to step one foot forward and then the other. Release your body into forward fold. Take a moment here to release and let that body relax and let go. Breathe and lift halfway, flat back. Exhalation, melt chest to thighs. Big breath in to circle fingertips down, around and up. Palms kiss. Lower prayer to heart. Let's move into a side body stretch. I'll move to dim it for you, but you can stay right where you are. So sweep your fingertips to the sky and, mirroring me, grasp your left wrist with your right hand. Take a big breath in to reach up, get tall, and on your exhale, guide your left wrist up and over to the right side. Heart center spirals towards the sky, gaze lifts. Beautiful. Use your in-breath to lift you up to center. Exhalation to switch your wrists. Breathe in, reach up, get tall. Exhale, guide your right wrist up and over to the left side. Allow the in-breath to lift you up to center. Release your wrists, moving back to the front of the mat. Let's breathe in, and with front ribs knitted together on your exhale, swan dive forward. Hands to your yoga blocks. Step one foot back and then the other for downward facing dog. Then plank pose and take your flow. Enjoy your final upward facing dog with the yoga blocks. I'll meet you in down dog. Lower knees to the mat, set blocks off to the side, and find your wide knees child's pose. Breathe and feel into your body. Exhalation, release and let go. Rounds forward and make your way to downward facing dog. On your in-breath, extend your right leg up to the sky. The exhale will cross your right knee over your body to your left elbow. One breath here. Knee to your right elbow. One breath. Then lift your knee into center. Lift it up, up, up to your chest. One breath. And then we'll step your foot near your right thumb. Knee in line with your ankle, not going past. On your in-breath, reach your fingertips up to the sky, coming into high lunge. Square your hips up. Left hip forward, right hip slides back. Press back through your left heel. From here, bend into your back knee, hover it off the mat before you extend it long. Exhale, bend into your back knee, hover. Inhale, extend long, heel sinks back. Last one, bend into your knee, hover. Inhale, heel reaches back. Breathe in. And on your exhale, lean your torso forward so torso's in line with your back leg. Biceps track in line with your ears. Hold it there and breathe, engaging your entire core to hold and keep your body in alignment. On your next exhale, lower hands to frame your front foot. Step front foot back for plank pose, then lower to your forearms. Fan your left forearm in so it runs parallel with the short edge, and then stack your hips right on top of left, coming into a forearm side plank. Your feet can be stacked or one in front of the other. Lower your hand to your hip, hold it here, or option to take 5 hip dips. On your exhale with control, lower your left hip towards the earth. Inhale, lift. Exhale to lower. Inhale, lift. Take that 3 more times on your own. Keep hips stacked. Press into the earth with your left hand to prevent collapsing in your left shoulder. Next time you're lifted, then lower them to the mat. Then mindfully lift up to full plank pose. Option to take a flow or lift your hips to down dog. I'll meet you in downward facing dog. Let's take that sequence to the other side. On your in-breath, extend your left leg up to the sky. Exhale, cross your knee over your body to the right elbow. 1 breath there. The knee to your left elbow. 1 breath. Then hug your knee in up to center. Lift it up, up, up to your chest. 1 breath. And then we'll step your foot near your left thumb. Check in with your alignment. Ensure your knee is in line with your ankle, not going past. Hips are square. And on your in-breath, reach your fingertips up to the sky, coming into your high lunge. Draw your right hip forward, left hip slides back to square them up. Shoulders square, front ribs knit together. Lower belly's firming up and in. From here, bend into your back knee to hover it off the mat. Then extend it long. Exhale to bend into your back knee, hover. Inhale, extend, heel reaches back. Last one, bend into your back knee. Inhale, heel reaches back. Breathe in. And on your exhale, begin to lean your torso forward, coming in line with your back leg. Nice diagonal line. Hold it there. Engage your entire core to hold and keep your body in alignment. On your next exhale, lower hands to frame your foot. Step your front foot back for plank pose, then lower to your forearms. Fan your right arm in so it runs parallel with the short edge of the mat. Then stack your hips. Your left will be on top of your right, coming into your forearm side plank pose. Take whichever variation feels best with your feet, stacked or one in front of the other. Lower your hand to your hip. And then options, take those 5 dips. On the exhale with control, lower your right hip towards the earth. Inhale, lift. Exhale to lower. Inhalation, lift. Taking that 3 more times on your own. Using your breath to power the movement of your body. Staying present, feeling into your body, into your strength. The next time you're lifted, extend your left fingertips to the sky, then lower them and mindfully lift to your full plank pose. Option to take a flow, or you can lift your hips to down dog. Do whatever your body needs, and I'll meet you in downward facing dog. Lower your knees to the mat and make your way into a much deserved wide-kneed child's pose. Close your eyes and feel into your body. Feel into the effects of this practice upon your body. Noticing how the work you've done has affected your heartbeat, the rhythm of your breath, the temperature of your body, the energy of your body, of your spirit. Round forward, tuck your toes and lift to downward facing dog. We'll shift forward, coming into our final plank pose, body in one long line from heel to the crown of head, 10 breaths here. This is that one plank pose we take in every body love sequence to check in and see what each area of your body does for you in holding this very powerful pose. You should have no trouble noticing how your core supports you in this pose. But in these last few breaths, really tap into your core muscles and see how they are supporting you in plank pose. Good work. Use the muscles of your pelvic floor to lift to down dog. Take your feet as wide as the mat and conscious breaths as you rock those hips side to side. Lower knees to the mat, returning to your wide knees child's pose. This time, with fingertips reaching long, take it side to side, pressing through one side body before you take it over to the next. Just breathe and surrender. We'll round forward and make your way to seated. Then bring your soles of feet to the mat in front of you. Lower your forearms back to the mat, coming into a forearm boat pose. You can lift shins parallel with the sky or extend your legs long. Ensure you have a nice long spine, no rounding in your low back. We have one last core blaster. If your body is telling you it doesn't need one more, then you just hold it here. Otherwise, join me in holding this pose and taking breath of fire. So this is a passive inhale with a powerful exhale, and on the exhale, your navel will snap back to your spine. We'll be doing this for about 1 minute. Begin breath of fire whenever you are ready. If it becomes too much, you can lower your feet back to the mat. Just continue breath of fire. Check in with your alignment while doing breath of fire. Ensure you continue to reach up through the crown of your head to support your long spine. Shoulders draw down and back, space between your shoulders and ears. Press down through your forearms to stay lifted in your shoulder girdle. Good work, not too much longer. You got this. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Big breath in and hold it at the top, maybe even extending your legs long. And when you need to, long, slow exhale to lower yourself all the way to the mat with control. Good work, my friend. Close your eyes. We're taking an extended Shavasana for our yin pose of the practice. So extend your legs long, feet as wide as the mat, splaying open, letting go. Arms rest at your side. You may wish to rub your abdomen down, inviting it to further relax, showing it some gratitude. Allow your body, your muscles, to completely relax and let go. No muscular holdings. I know my heart rate was racing, so maybe taking a few deeply nourishing breaths here to help yourself release excess energy and settle into the moment. Take the next few moments to reflect and appreciate all that your core muscles do for you day in and day out without you asking them to. Breathe in, and on your exhale, allow everything to soften, relax, feeling the weight of your body fully supported by the earth beneath you. Take 10 breaths here in Shavasana, allowing the nutrients of our core practice to settle in and integrate. Bring one sole foot to the mat and then the other. Draw knees into your chest. Option to take a slow rock side. Decide if it's calling to you. Settle into stillness. We'll roll over to the right side. Full breath in through your nose. Long, slow, complete exhalation out your nose. And with eyes closed and attention remaining inward, make your way to a comfortable seated position. Sit up nice and tall, eyes closed, hands relaxed wherever is comfortable. Take a moment now to feel into your body, feel into the effects of our practice, feel into your core. Big breath in, circling fingertips up to the sky, gathering love and light. Palms kiss, and bring all that love and light down to heart center. Thank your core muscles for all that they do for you each and every day, keeping you upright and moving forward. Go ahead and bow forward, thanking yourself for taking this time to honor, celebrate, stretch, and love your beautiful, strong, fluid body. Thank you so much for spending your time with me on the mat. Throw the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed. And if you have been enjoying our yoga practices, I'd love for you to take a moment now to subscribe to our channel, as it is one free and easy way to help support our work. You can get a copy of our free monthly Yoga Love calendar by visiting the description below. And if you've been considering checking out the Awakened members site for additional yoga practice each week and give your back some love this week too, hop over and check it out with our 14-day free trial. Sending love and light to you and all beings. Namaste.